What time is it? It's NFL preview time. Yes, we are close to football season. We start this week off with our AFC East preview of the Miami Dolphins, Buffalo Bills, New York Jets, and yes, we had to talk about the New England Patriots. We break down what we think the teams are going to do, who's going to win the division, and go from there. Welcome to the More Sports Entertainment Podcast in Seminole County. This is Adam Capperson for Sandlot Sports. I am here with Dorian Cody.
Look, ladies, he's not cheating on you. He's playing NCAA 25. Trust me.
Or Call of Duty. That's what Bronny's playing. And BJ Thomas.
And texting your sister.
Hey, on the new systems, you can do it vocally and multitask all the way around. So, gentlemen, the time is upon us.
What is upon us?
We are close to football season, so close where we can actually start talking about what the teams are going to look like.
So you're saying it's going to be like Ron Cocaine again?
Yes.
Like Cocaine Bear.
Yes. Great movie, by the way. Dumb as shit, but great movie. So I figured we would do 2 divisions a week, just kind of preview, talk about them, and going off BJ's suggestion from last week. If you're so inclined with our potential sponsor, still working on it, the Hard Rock Live Bet app, we will tell you who we're wasting our money on this year.
This should be our sponsor. This should be our sponsor. I'm calling Corona.
So
Either one.
Yeah, either one. Corona, Michelob, either way. So we're going to start with the AFC East this week, and we will start with the Buffalo Bills.
I like Keon Coleman. That is a big, fast wide receiver that has been added to the Bills. However, the rest of the receiving core is basically junkyard parts.
Yes. And Keon Coleman for Stephon Diggs is not a trade I would normally go with.
That's a big body. That's a big, fast body. And he's fresh. He's young. I like it.
Wants to be there. That's the tricky part.
Wants to be there. And showed out last year. And I will say this. Khalil Shakir came on from the late middle to the end of last season. He made some big plays for them. I'd like to see what he does with more volume. I still don't know how Marquez Valdez-Scantling has a job. Can anybody he can't catch balls past 20 yards.
Well, he has a job for the same team and the same reason that Chase Claypool has a job.
Roster spot?
Yes.
Okay. 10-4. Oh, I forgot about Curtis Samuel. I apologize. I don't know why they're giving them such a bum rap as far as the receiving core. Shakir came on at the end of the season. Keon Coleman's a great draft pick. And Curtis Samuel's been a solid receiver for a team that's had shitty quarterbacks for the last 4 years.
My biggest concern with the Bills, and this isn't a knock on them, but it's a concern, is at the end of last year, they kind of changed how the offense was run. It used to be the running game was all James Allen and some James Cook here, Josh Allen and some James Cook. They flipped it towards the end of the year, especially in that Dallas game.
And
Will
awesome.
they keep that? And if they do, I think they'll be very successful.
I'll tell you what, if they go away from that, that's how you lose jobs.
Yes.
To put it out there, show the results you've been waiting for, and then to fall back to what you were doing originally, that's how you lose jobs.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the defensive side. I'm just wondering how that secondary going to look without Poyer and Hyde. Now that they replaced him with Rapp and Edwards. That's going to be interesting. I know that they got Greg Rousseau, they got Jones, Oliver, Espenza. So they should be okay because they run a 4-3 defense. But that secondary is what I'm pretty interested in to see how that's going to look. Also too, I know that Tre'Davious White, he's gone, right? Who is he
Yes,
right now?
the Rams. I just looked it up because I didn't notice he slipped out of there. That's a big hole.
Yeah, that's a huge hole. I mean, that secondary in the AFC East, I mean, they should be fine against the Patriots, but against the likes of the Dolphins and the damn Jets, I don't know.
Yeah, my biggest concern about their defense is can they stay healthy?
Yeah.
That was the biggest problem last year, is that it seemed like every week they lost a starter,
Yeah.
and the the margin for error in the NFL is so slim that if you are not at 100%, you're going to lose games.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I thought that they were going to get rid of Dawson Knox, like trade him, because Dalton Kincaid is really, yeah, he's been coming alive. So, but I see that they kept him, so that's gonna be interesting to see too.
Well, I think they're waiting to make sure that Kincaid was not a 1 year wonder. So I don't think he is. I saw him play at Utah. I think he's that good. But I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
So now if he balls out for the first 5 or 6 games, Dawson Knox might be on the trading block because
Yeah.
he's redundant.
Yeah. That's gonna be interesting.
So my biggest concern with them is who they have at the backup quarterback. He is the anti-talent. He is just a win sucking machine, and that's Mr. Trubisky.
just just hope that Allen doesn't get hurt. 'Cause after that, it's downhill from there.
Yeah, it's like, oh
Now,
shit.
so their running back situation, right? So they do have James Cook. Something happens to James Cook, right? Well, which I'm not hoping that on him at all. They have uh Ty Johnson. I think is that who's the backup?
Ray Davis.
Ray Davis. Is he a rookie? Who is that?
He's out of Kentucky. I don't think he's played much.
Alrighty then. Okay. So they look a little slim in the running back department. I know Ty Johnson was the running back for Denver for a minute, but I don't know if
Yeah,
he's a shell himself or what.
yeah, you're right. Ray Davis is a rookie.
Oh, he is? Okay. All right. Hmm. So
Yeah,
yeah, the Bills, not the Bills of old. I
yeah.
mean the Bills
And
from last year too.
and Ray Davis was the dude that ran up and down against the Florida defense. Had 280 yards against the Gators.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Hmm.
So $10 question, BJ. Um, Hard Rock has the Bills getting 10.5 wins for their over under. What
Over.
say you?
Over.
What do you think they're going to get?
11. Price is right, baby.
Dorian?
I don't. I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna say 9.
The only reason I factor this in is if Aaron Rodgers isn't healthy, I bet they split with the Jets.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's my thing. So they're going to sweep New England. They're probably going to sweep Miami. They're gonna split with New York. That's 5
They're
wins
gonna-
right there.
I don't think they're going to sweep Miami.
So we'll get to them.
Yeah, that's
So
gonna be tough. Again, it's that. Okay, he got new receivers. So how is that gonna look as far as the chemistry with the new receivers, and also get that defense, man? Tre'Davious White, Poyer, and Hyde gone.
Well,
I don't
I
know,
will
man.
say this. He didn't get like a new Steve Smith. He got like a new discount Randy Moss. Big body, speed, hands, jumping ability. You can miss a little more with a guy like that. You can't miss with a Steve Smith. And I shouldn't have said Steve Smith because he's a special guy, but just a smaller receiver who relies on route running and speed. He doesn't
Right.
have quite the catch radius that Keon Coleman will have. So he doesn't have to be perfectly accurate all the time, which kind of lends itself to how Josh Allen plays football. On the run, creating, getting out of
Yeah.
the pocket, doing things. So I'm excited for this matchup.
and
This situation, this setup here.
and the fact that Joe Brady, I'm gonna bake put money on that Joe Brady's gonna realize, oh shit, I can actually run the ball.
Well, they already figured that out.
Yeah, well,
The thing
does
is,
he remember?
are they going to continue to do? That's the
Yeah.
question.
Yes. So they were 11-6 last year. I think they're going to be 11-6 again this year. Okay. Now we go. Go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. Keon Coleman's 6'4", 213 with a 78 and an eighth wingspan. That's a basketball player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So-
he was a
That's
beast at
Anthony
Michigan
Edwards.
State, and then he went to Florida State with a good quarterback, and tore up the ACC.
Yeah, so I'm excited for this. I don't like the way the receiving crew is getting some flack, which I actually fell into believing without actually. Curtis Samuel makes a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's solid.
He's a solid receiver. You got to
He's
remember, he
solid.
hasn't had a quarterback in how many years?
Good. 4?
Since high school.
He was there. He was there with Kirk, wasn't he, for a year?
No, Curtis Samuel, he's from what, Ohio State?
Yes.
Yeah, but he played with Kirk for a year, I think.
Trying to find out. Well, so he was in Washington in 2021.
Okay. So that means that in college he played with
JT Barrett.
oh damn, I haven't heard that name in a minute.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Sitting on his ass at a car dealership in Ohio.
Yeah. Because JT Barrett took over for what was it, Braxton? Braxton Miller?
Yep.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah. Ask me how I know. Still short. So, move on to the Miami and the Hawk Tuas.
Oh man. Well, they still got a strong running back for it. Mostert, Achane, and Jeff Wilson is there. They got Jalen Wright. I think Jalen Wright is a freshman.
They're strong on the offensive side of the football, period.
Yeah.
You got to remember, they started having offensive line injuries and defensive injuries towards the end of the season. They kind of fell apart physically, but, I mean, geez, like, Jonnu Smith added to the tight end room.
Yeah.
Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. I mean, geez.
Yeah.
That's a quality roster. The thing
Absolutely.
is can they prevent the pressure from getting to Tua? If you pressure Tua and get him off schedule, that's game over.
Yeah, and yes, most quarterbacks are like that. Tua is just worse.
Yeah.
The bigger guys aren't. You can pressure Mahomes, you can pressure Allen, you can pressure Rodgers. They can move enough and see over people enough to dump it off, throw back over the middle, or get it downfield. Tua, though, he just can't see. And when you get those hands in his face and put that pressure right in his face, the whole game plan for the Dolphins falls apart. It was evident at the end of the season.
Oh yeah.
Do you think McDaniel called more plays for check downs to like Mostert and Achane to kind of like offset that?
I think he should. I think he's too stubborn to do it.
Once you realize you're getting pressure, you can play the line of scrimmage. You can play the short mid-range stuff. You don't have to, not that you don't have to worry about the deep. You don't have to allocate so many resources to the deep part of the field because he's not going to have time. And once you realize that, I mean, if you remember last year, he was dumping it down, but people were coming up and tackling instantly.
Right.
Bang. Hitting
Right.
it. So
Yeah, think back to Drew Brees' last year with New Orleans. Okay, this is Drew Brees, mind you. Like, defensive backs were not backed up more than 15 yards because they knew he couldn't throw it. That's the same thing that Tua is going to be in Miami. Defensive backs can creep up close to that line because they know, A, he can't do it accurately, and B, he's not going to have time.
right. So basically what we're saying, the whole Miami Dolphins season hinges on that offensive line.
Absolutely.
So basically they're the Jets.
Yep.
I will tell you this. Between trading for Bradley Chubb last year and adding Calais Campbell and Neville Gallimore, who's a solid D tackle from the Cowboys, and we as basketball fans, we know this. You can't teach big, and Calais Campbell is big.
Yeah.
They did spice up that defense a bit.
Yeah.
Jordan Poyer's a solid safety also.
Absolutely. Kendall Fuller.
Oh yeah.
Javon Holland. Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey still has stuff in the tank.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
And he will for a couple more seasons. A few more seasons.
Yeah. So that so pretty much the offensive line is the Achilles heel of the Dolphins. If they're solid there, they can make a pretty solid run in playoffs, man.
They have to keep hands out of Tua's face.
And that's the problem is, it's a hard cap league, and they've spread their salary cap to the skill positions, which is fine. But if your line can't hold up, it doesn't matter. So, Hard Rock has them at 9.5 wins is the over under. They were 11-6 last year with 1 win against a team with a winning record. Dorian, what say you?
The Dolphins, I'm gonna go with 11 wins.
BJ?
I think they're squeaking just over. They're going to cover at 10. I mean, the offensive line worries me. They got nicked up really bad last year, and the blueprint's out.
Yeah. I'm going to go under. I'm going 9. Because, I mean, I think they swept the Jets last year. I don't see them doing that again this year. So. Oh, look. It's an honorary trash badger. The New England Patriots.
A repeat trash bag. They ended the season on the list, and they're going to start the season on the list. Which is a shame for that defense, because it's a solid defense.
Yeah.
But how many games? Here's a little side bet. How many games does Jacoby Brissett start this year?
6.
Until they're just like, screw it, let's see what we got with Jake May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drake May, excuse me. I'd say that's probably fair. I don't know if I'm willing to bet against that.
Yeah, because...
Yeah, I mean, do we have to talk about them, or can we go right to the projected wins?
I mean, I was going to just ask you without looking, can you name one of the receivers on the roster?
I already looked. So I don't want to cheat you.
I mean, the only one... I know 2. KJ Osborne and Juju Smith.
Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah,
I mean, even with a shitty quarterback, he was a solid option last year in fantasy football as a 2 or a 3. But
yeah.
So, but yeah, we can go right to our picks. The over under is 4.5. BJ, you go first.
4.5.
They were 4-13 last year.
Jeez. Yeah, but is that because Belichick was losing them?
Or is it because Mac Jones was the quarterback?
They got Bazooka Joe.
He does have an arm.
Yeah, I guess I'd be surprised if they had a better season than last year. I guess I'm going with 4.
Yeah. Okay. So I have their schedule up.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah. I don't see where they get 4.
How many NFL teams can they beat? That's all you gotta know.
Because, okay, their schedules: Cincinnati, Seattle, the Jets, 49ers, Miami, Houston, Jacksonville, the Jets again, Tennessee, Chicago, the Rams, Miami, the Colts, the Cardinals, the Bills, the Chargers, and the Bills again.
They might get one against Arizona. They might get the Bears. They might get the Titans. They might get Jacksonville.
Is that 4?
I know what you're doing. Yeah, so
yeah. I don't know, man. They might get 3 wins, and those are all ifs. Oh my god.
Yeah, they're bad. Like they're just bad. So, BJ, you still going with your 4?
With 4. I mean, there's a mistake in there somewhere. We know how this is.
Dorian?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 4.
I'm gonna go with 3 because, again, I think they're gonna start 1-5 with Brissett and just say, fuck it. Drake may go in there, and he's not gonna be any better. So So now the biggest question mark of them all, the Jets. Joey, you want to take this one?
All right. First off, shout out to Brees Hall. He helped me win an A league, not the league, but A league. Like last year. Again, it's all about the health of Aaron Rodgers. At receiver, I know they picked up Mike Williams. They still got Garrett Wilson. So they got some pretty solid individuals at receiver. Defensively, they're pretty good. I mean, not pretty good. They're actually damn good actually on defense. I'm not worried about them on defense. It's just
that's a Super Bowl defense.
Absolutely. So defense, they're going to do damage. It's just offensively, can they keep Aaron Rodgers healthy? Can they protect him? If they protect him, they could potentially win the AFC East. So it's not off the table, in my opinion. But.
BJ, what are your thoughts?
Oh man, Tyron Smith is an upgrade, even though he's older. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And if I remember, that's the side of the offensive line that got Aaron Rodgers killed last year.
Yep.
I'd expect that to happen less. I think they cover that. I think they cover that at 11.
Oops. Yeah, so here are my thoughts. They were 7-10 last year with Zach Wilson as their quarterback and a playoff caliber defense, almost a championship level defense.
Oh no, that's a championship level defense.
Now, this year, Aaron Rodgers is back. Whether or not he's good, the old Aaron Rodgers is a whole nother story. If he gets hurt, they don't have Zach Wilson back there. They have Tyrod Taylor and Jordan Davis from Florida State back there.
Jordan Travis.
So it's not like they have a schmuck back there. They have quarterbacks that know how to not lose games.
And we didn't even mention the championship level defense added Hassan Reddick.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they can get rid of those questionables on offense, they have the potential to be a 13-14 win team.
Yeah.
But the health concerns is what leads me to believe they're going to be around 11-12.
Mm-hmm.
Which is still over the 9.5 that it's projected.
Yeah.
Dorian?
I think.
Go ahead, BJ. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, I think the AFC East is going to be one of the best conferences of football this year. The best to watch. There's 3 teams that can legitimately win that division. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. Jets. I'm gonna go with 10 wins.
Again, they were 7-10 with Zach Wilson as their quarterback. This isn't like, hey, he got us by. No, this is Zach, I'm going to go fuck your mom because I can't play quarterback. Wilson back there. I think they're going to get off to a bumpy start because they play San Francisco week 1. And I think they'll start rolling. I'm going to go 12. I'm going 12 wins.
Definitely possible.
Now, so for the division, that means that, okay, so BJ had New York at 11 wins, Miami at 10, and Buffalo at 11. So, BJ, who do you think? So you've got Buffalo and New York tied for 11 wins.
I really think this is going to be one of the best divisions. It's a toss-up. Because if Aaron Rodgers is healthy, I believe it's theirs to lose.
Mm-hmm.
If they can stop Tua from getting pressured, there's no reason the Dolphins can't win it. And if 2 out of 5 of these receivers show up, it's lights out for the Bills. I'm going with the Bills. They learned how to run the football. They do it for 17 games. I think that's huge for them.
Dorian, you had Buffalo at 9 wins, Miami at 11, and the Jets at 10. So you got Miami winning the division.
Um,
That's what you picked. I'm just going by what you
I'm
picked,
just,
dude.
yeah, but I'm thinking. I mean, that's what I projected, but just looking at the two, um, I mean, like BJ said, it's a toss up. So yeah, I'll go with Miami. I
Okay.
mean, yeah, it's a toss up for between those. Well, yeah, it's a toss up between those three, but just looking at the defense alone of the Jets, man, the defense alone can win you 5 games.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, that defense won a shit ton of games for them last year. I mean, they beat Philly when Philly was rolling.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I've got the Jets based on the number of victories I think they're going to get. So, and just to kind of let everyone know, BJ, this is important to you. So the odds that they have for winning the AFC East, Buffalo's plus 170, New York's plus 190, Miami's plus 200.
So we're right.
Yeah.
All right. Vegas and I are locked in this year. It's my year.
So let's move over to the AFC North.
Hey, we should do how should we do this? Should we do it by division or do every division winner as a one bet for the three of us after we determine who they are? We'll bet maybe we should do it by division so we can win some and lose some. Because if you do it by conference, that'd be one hell of a parlay.
Yeah.
That'd be. I mean, we're talking. That's a 16-leg parlay.
Well, 8 because there's 8 divisions.
No, I'm talking about to win them. If we bet the AFC conference and the NFC conference, it'd be a 16-leg parlay because there's 16 teams in each conference. We need all 16. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. My bad. Yeah. So it'd be an 8-leg parlay to win the whole thing, 4 to win the ASC, and then it could pay for our end of the year chicken wings.
Yeah, I'm good with that. You know, and just to kind of let you know, so if you did let's say New York and Baltimore bet together, just those two, that's plus 567. Bet 10, win 66. So